Hello folks, Pipeman 1861 here again. Still working on the same pipe that I was the last video. I completely forgot to mention this, and I felt as though this deserved an independent video all of its own. Something did happen to me that was quite kind of fun this week. I got a package. Okay. Now this package, let me see if I make sure I get the gentleman's name correct. Yeah, right. There we go. Yep. The gentleman's name is Mike. Okay. Will not mention his last name because I don't think that is. Well, actually, I don't think he mentioned his last name. At least he did on the package, but I don't have it. I don't tell people's last names on here. But he is a YouTube YTPC guy, and his channel is Ravelation. Ravel plus Nation. And if you have not subscribed to his channel, you should go over and take a look. He has some interesting content. And I must say, he has quite a flair for style. Quite a flair for prose as well. Well, he emailed me. When did he email me? He emailed me on, he emailed me on May 15th. So, about a month ago. That he was, and he made me a very generous and very intriguing offer. And I don't know how many other people he made this offer to, but it was not just me. But he enjoys trying his hand at custom blending. But he tries to get a little deeper into it seems like, than just throwing different pre-made tobaccos together. So this is what he originally emailed me, and I hope he doesn't mind me reading this email because I'm going to. He says, I hope you're doing well. I wanted to reach out to see if you'd be interested in joining a fun project I'm working on this summer. I'm experimenting with home stoving and cake pressing using a Balkan blend, and I'd love to have you on board. My goal is to gather feedback from the YTPC community and eventually create a recipe or how-to guide for others to try. Let me know if this sounds like something you'd enjoy. Well, obviously, that sounds like something I'd very muchly enjoy. So I reached back out to him. I answered him. I said I would absolutely love to be included in that. So he said, fabulous, and love to have you on board. And he said he'd put the tobaccos together, get them all finished up, and then he'd send me out the sample pack and with some instructions. So that came yesterday, day before yesterday. I still need to let him know that it got here. So it came wrapped up. It came in a packing envelope, wrapped in this very nice blue tissue paper with the under construction tape on it. And it came, he included this fabulous sticker, simply marvelous sticker. It's a duck, and it says, I think I will cause problems on purpose. And this is going to go in my workshop because that is me right down to the ground. So, this is what he included, okay? And so, dear friend, I hope this note finds you well and with a pipe in hand. Just so happens it does. I'm incredibly excited and filled with the smoky anticipation of Latakia to share that my recent bold flavors experiment is ready for sampling. For this round, I've chosen Arango Balkan Supreme as the base blend. In your sample kit, which is included to be enjoyed like a tasting flight of beers, you'll find 10 grams of Arango Balkan Supreme in its original loose form, enough for 2 or 3 bowls to establish a clean baseline. 4-gram samples of the same blend processed with the following heat-based methods: Sioux, let me see. I looked up how to pronounce this, and I'm going to fail miserably. Sous vide at 190 degrees Fahrenheit for 2 hours and 4 hours. Convection oven at 200 degrees for 2 hours and 4 hours. And pressure cooker at 240 degrees for 2 hours and 4 hours. And a no-heat pressed sample, 4 grams, pressed using a noodle extruder, which I thought was a very good idea, for 10 days under steady pressure. These variations were carefully developed to explore how heat and pressure impact the flavor, aroma, burn, and texture of the tobacco. There we go. But none of that matters without your expert input. Your palates are what bring this experiment to life. So I'd love for you to share your impressions. You can reply with a YouTube video, which I will, or just shoot me an email. My dream is to feature your feedback as part of a community panel. Seasoned pipe smokers and YTPC members helping others enjoy or discover how fun and rewarding it is to experiment with blends at home. In addition, I've included a simple tasting chart borrowed from the cigar world that might spark some inspiration or help organize your thoughts. It's totally optional. That's what this is right here. For a bit more structure, I'd recommend checking out the tasting tips from Michael Herklotz of Ferio Tego Cigars. He suggests breaking things down like a mixing board with various channels for things like body, the weight or feel of the smoke in your mouth, not just strength. Flavor intensity, whether the flavors are bold or subtle. Strength, the nicotine kick or overall stimulation. Aroma, not just tin or room note, but how the scent completes the experience. Combustion, how well it burns, its temperature and ease of lighting. And mouthfeel or texture, dry, oily, creamy, or tanny. Herklotz suggests anchoring your notes in things you love. For example, if someone says they like coffee, how they take their coffee tells you volumes. Light and sweet, black and bitter. That opens doors to flavor families. Same goes for food, drinks, even music. So feel free to lean into comparisons that feel natural. Whether a sample reminds you of a hot black tea or a root beer float, don't worry about being poetic, just be honest. Thank you so much for being part of this experiment. Your humor, wisdom, and unique perspectives are what make the YTPC such an incredible community. Together, let's show new and curious pipe smokers the blending isn't just possible, it's one of the best parts of the hobby. Warm bowls and many blessings, Mike. Ravel plus Revelation. So, this is how I'm amazed at the professionalism that he packaged this tobacco, the samples. So, he apparently has a lot of fun with a vacuum sealer, and I'm kind of jealous. I want a vacuum sealer, but he vacuum sealed individual little Ziploc baggies. He also has a label maker, which I'm also kind of jealous of because I want a label maker too. So, this one here is a cellared sample, Arango Balkan Supreme. This is the noodle press, this one right here, 10 days. Sous vide 2 hours, oven method 2 hours, pressure cooker 2 hours. Sous vide 4 hours, oven method 4 hours, and pressure cooker 4 hours. Okay? So he organized them quite nicely. And it's very easy to keep track of them. So, Mike, I am very much looking forward to trying those, and you have to bear in mind, it's all the same tobacco. Everything is exactly the same tobacco, it's just different ways it's been stoved or processed in general. So, I am very looking forward to trying these. I'm going to use my meerschaum, because I feel like that's going to give me the most true flavor. Probably even more so than my clay pipes. So I'm going to the next couple of weeks, I'm going to sit down. I think it's going to be, that'll end up being a multi-part video if I make one while I'm smoking them. So probably I'm going to sit down over the next couple of weeks, smoke them, and then I will make notes of my thoughts on the matter, and then I'll make a video and give my conclusions. Beautiful thing about this is, depending on how many people are involved in this and how many videos, we're going to get a wide variety of opinions, which I think will be interesting to see. So Mike, thank you so much for this fun opportunity. I'm looking forward to this greatly, and I hope everyone else will look forward to all the video replies on this project. This will be fun. And if you're involved in this, I really highly recommend you make a video, not just let Mike know, because I think everybody would like to see the video replies of you saying yourself what you thought about it. Well, anyway, everybody, I'm going to let you go for the second time. I just wanted to let you know about that. I'm kind of excited, and I hope you all are too. But anyway, everybody, I'm going to let you all go. This is Pipe Man 1861 saying goodbye, good luck, may the good Lord take a liking to you. I will see you all again very soon, and as always, happy smoking. Thank you, folks. Bye now.